Good morning. So it is Wednesday and it is my last day in Thailand and it is my last day in Southeast Asia, and I've got my Union flag polo shirt on, specifically with my Keep Calm and Carry On logo, because today I leave Thailand and head back home. So if this is the first time you've seen my video, then check out my other videos. I've been in Jomtien and Pattaya for the last 10 days, and before that I was in the Philippines for 8 days, I think it was, in total. So check out those videos. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm just arrived for my breakfast. I'm at Caddy Shacks. I'm going to have my breakfast here, and then I'm going to head back to the hotel. I've got to give my bike back at 11 AM, but I should get there early and give it back early. I've got a late checkout, which is brilliant. 2 PM. I managed to get a late checkout today. Going to be catching the bus at 7 PM tonight. I've got to get there. Well, I'm going to have to leave the hotel at 6:30. Got to be at the bus station 20 minutes before the bus leaves. I've got to pick up my ticket. I pre-booked it, so I've got to pick up my ticket. So follow along with me. Follow along with the journey as I head up to the airport. I've got to be at the airport by 10:30, but I shall be there early because I didn't want to risk getting the slightly later bus. So I'm getting the 7 o'clock bus. It's going to get me up there about 9ish. So I'm going to be there pretty early, but you know, I'd rather be early than late, put it that way. So that's it. So what else am I going to be doing today? So obviously I'm going to pack, and then I'm going to, once I've checked out, I'm going to go to the Thai Blind Massage Institute, which is literally a 3 to 4 minute walk from my hotel, and I'm going to have a foot massage this afternoon. That's going to kill some time because I've got between 2 and 6:30 to kill time basically at the hotel after I've been chucked out of my room. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have some dinner before I leave, and then yeah, follow along with me basically. Follow along with the journey back to the UK as I go by bus, get to the airport, fly to Beijing. If I can get an internet connection, I'll do a quick vlog from Beijing airport, and then head back to London Heathrow, and then back home eventually. When I get to Heathrow, I've got to get an underground subway to the other side of London, and then I've got to get a train to my hometown, and then I'll have to get a taxi to my house. So it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a long journey. Would love you to follow along with me. Keep watching the video and let's see what develops. Right guys, so I have just checked out early from my hotel room. A little bit annoyed, to be truthful. I checked yesterday. I said, what time is checkout? Because when I checked my documentation, it actually didn't say. So there was a Thai guy and he said he was the manager, and he said, oh, checkout is 1 PM. So I said, oh, that's good. I said, is there any chance of getting a later checkout, sorry? And he looked at his computer system and he said 2 PM. So I said, so 2 PM is checkout? Yes. Excellent, I thought. Anyway, 12:45, I get a knock on my door from an English manager saying, you should have checked out at midday. And I just got out of the shower. So I said, no, I've got a 2 PM checkout. No, you should check out at midday. I said, I'm telling you, I spoke to a manager, Thai manager, and he said, we don't have a Thai manager. So I'm not arguing with you, but you told me 2 PM. So he said, well, we need your room, so could you check out as soon as possible? So I had to rush to, I'm heading there, the Thai Blind Massage Institute. So anyhow, I leave the room just about 1 PM, and I go downstairs, and I said, this is unacceptable. I said, I double checked yesterday, and I said, I'm going to go and speak to the bar staff because they told me that this Thai guy was the manager. So I went to speak to the Thai staff, and they were being very tight-lipped, let's say, about who it was, and then I was given a name. So I went into the office, into the reception office, and I spoke to the English manager, and I said, right, it's this guy, and he said, he's not a manager. And I said, whatever he is, I don't know. I said, but he's the guy that told me. And I said where he was sitting. So anyhow, it wasn't him. It was another guy who was actually a manager, and this English guy said, "Oh, I wonder if it was the Thai night manager." And I said, "I don't know," as I just know that I was told. Anyway, he then apologised to me, rightly so, because he was out of order. He got stroppy with me. He said, "We need your room. We've got people waiting." I said, "Well, don't, that's not my problem. That's your problem." So it was a right mess. I had to rush around. I had to double check my room to make sure I hadn't left it behind, because I was, in my head, I was checking out at 2 p.m. Here we are, an hour earlier than I thought. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go to that place there. So it is Jomtien Complex. That's where it is. And they do a 1 hour foot massage, which is 250 baht. First thing I'm going to do is go and get a drink, because I'm hot and sweaty after rushing around. I'm going to go and get a cold drink, sit in an air-conditioned room somewhere. Then I'm going to come over here and get myself a foot massage. Okay, hello. So I've just finished my foot massage. Unfortunately, I couldn't film whilst I was in there because I wasn't on my own. Basically, they take you up into a room with 4 beds. 3 were on the floor and 1 was slightly raised. And there was 3 other people in there that I don't know who they were. They were having a full massage, whereas I was just having a foot massage. So I couldn't actually film it for obviously privacy reasons. But it hurt a little bit. It did hurt a little bit. Like when you book the appointment, they ask you whether you want a firm or a medium, he said. I said I prefer soft to medium because I know what I'm like. I hurt very easily. So he sort of smiled, but it still hurt me a little bit. So I mean, what the firm one's like, I don't know. I mean, the whole idea of massage is you enjoy it. I mean, it shouldn't be painful, but the last time I had a massage was the last time I lived in Thailand, so that's a long time ago. That just shows you how long ago that was. So I left here in 2008, so I haven't had a massage in all those years. So it was okay. It was very pleasant, and you're helping out as well, because obviously all the masseurs are all blind. You're helping them with the employment. You have to go up some stairs to the upstairs, and then there's rooms going off, and you can have different types of massages. I mean, I had a foot massage, then there's a Thai massage, and I think there was 4 different types of massage. I can't remember. I didn't pay too much attention. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm now back in the hotel. Interestingly, just had the manager come up to me and apologise again, and he admitted making a mistake. He said that he noted on the system, and he missed the note to say that I had been approved a late checkout at 2 p.m. So credit to him, he came and apologised to me and admitted the mistake that he made. Good evening. So I've arrived at the airport. Sorry, I couldn't really do much on the bus. It was really busy. It was absolutely full. I was a bit manic trying to get my bag on the bus and get a seat. I didn't allocate any seats. It was just sort of first come, first served. So couldn't really do much on the bus journey, but I'm here now. It's taken, I can't see what the time is. So it's taken just under 2 hours to get up here. Very easy, very smooth. So I've just check in. I've got to go to F, and I am currently on P and Q. So I'm walking that way. Check-in is open very early. Flight is 01:30 tomorrow morning, and it is 9 o'clock Wednesday evening, and it's busy. This airport is busy. There are a lot of people. And I can see F right down the bottom. So a lot of people in the airport. look, I mean, it's really, really, I don't know if it's picking up on the video, but there's a lot of people here. A lot of people. So I'm going to check in and I'll catch up with you. I'll catch up with you when I've gone through check-in. Not sure what to do. Might try and find a lounge and wait and see. Well, I'm through check-in and immigration and security, and I'm out the other side. Bit of a nightmare, to be honest. My fault, I got here very early. I had to wait an hour and a half before check-in even opened, but luckily enough I was in check-in very quickly, so I got through very quickly, and now I am in the international terminal. So I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to eat. I'm feeling hungry, and drink, and wait for the flight. Okay, so I have made it to Beijing. Very fortunate on the flight. I actually had, it was a 2-4-2 sequence on the plane, and I was sitting on a window seat, so two, and I had nobody next to me. So that was good. So that meant that I could stretch out a little bit and try and get some kip, which I did. Got 5 hours to kill in Beijing, and there's not a lot in this airport, I tell you now. I just went down to the lounge, because they have a lounge here. So I just went down to the lounge to see if I could get in there for three or 4 hours. It was packed. It was small. It was packed. There was kids, not screaming, but making a lot of noise in there as well. I walked in, had a look, and I thought, well, I'm not paying to stay in here. So I walked back out again. So I'm going to go and find somewhere. There's a Starbucks behind me. See, it's just there. So I'm going to go and get a coffee, and then I'm going to find somewhere. Last time I was here, because when I flew over, I stayed here. I stopped over here. At the gate, there was really nice chairs, and sort of like I could stretch out a little bit. So hopefully I can find that here as well, and try and get a bit of sleep. Feeling very tired now. So anyhow, I'm going to go and get a coffee, and I will meet you in London. Okay. Well, good morning. So this is not Heathrow Airport, obviously. So things have changed a little bit from what I said back in Beijing about I'll catch up at Heathrow. To be honest, I was absolutely shattered by the time I got to Heathrow. Yesterday was a really, really long day. I was travelling for 32 hours in total. So I got to Heathrow. I absolutely sailed through immigration, Terminal 2 as well, which is a little bit notorious, but I absolutely sailed through immigration. I was literally in and out within 5 minutes. And then I went down to the luggage conveyor belt to get my luggage, and I was less than 5 minutes and my luggage was out. So I was through really quickly, which took me by surprise. I felt shattered, and I didn't even consider, to be honest, getting my camera out, getting my phone out and doing a video. I just wanted to get home. From Heathrow, I had to take the underground, the tube, the subway, whatever you want to call it, from Heathrow to the other side of London. I then had to get a train to my hometown. The tube took me just under an hour. The train took me just over an hour. And then at the train station, I had to get a taxi to my home. So it was another 2.5 hours driving, 2.5 hours travelling after I left Heathrow. So I was well pleased to get home, tired, and now it is the following day. I've had a okay night's sleep, still feeling tired. It's going to take me a few days to get over it. One thing I've learned is, although Air China wasn't a bad airline, to be honest, I was lucky on the way back. I had nobody sitting next to me on the first leg from Bangkok to Beijing. It was a 2-4-2 sequence on the plane. I had a window seat and there was nobody sitting next to me, so that was good. And then from Beijing to London, it was a 3-3-3 sequence. I had a window seat again, and I had nobody sitting next to me at all. So I had all 3 seats to myself. So that was great. So I could lay out, stretch out. It was brilliant. However, what I've learned is that I need to pay more attention to flight timings. So the flight left Bangkok at 01:30 a.m. and it's just, and then there was a 5.5 hour wait at Beijing, and it's too much. It's just too much. So if I was in my 20s, then maybe I would have done it, because I did actually save myself nearly £300 on the next cheapest flight by doing this. So it's quite a lot of money to save. However, I'm not in my 20s anymore, nor am I in my 30s. I'm now in my 60s, and I'm not as capable of withstanding that sort of length of travel and layovers and things like that. So I'd rather, in future, pay a little bit more, have a shorter layover, and have better timings on the flights as well. So that's it, basically. So I'm back in the UK. Thank you very much for following along with my videos. If you haven't already done so, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, go back and look at some of my other videos if you haven't looked at them all. The first few are in the Philippines, and then the remainings are when I was in Thailand. If you think you like what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel, please. Leave comments on any videos as well. I'd love to hear what you think. My next video I'm going to do is going to be my impression of Pattaya and Jomtien after not being there for 5 years. What's changed, what's better, what's worse, an honest view, my view of Pattaya and Jomtien. Okay, so that'll be my next video that I do. So please, if you're interested in seeing that, hit the notification button as well. That will notify you when I do that video. And as I said before, several times, if my videos get traction and people are interested in what I say, then it is very, very possible that next year I will relocate over to the Philippines and move over there and live with Edmund. If you don't know who Edmund is, watch my first few videos when I was in the Philippines and you will find out who he is. And yeah, live out there and make money from vlogging basically, and other online stuff that I do at the moment. So all depends on how well these videos do and how well my channel is received. All right, so look out for my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.